Meet me outside, Bitcoin, crypto, don't go for a ride. If you're gonna get your surfboard, get it tied. Wall Street beat, sick dough, crypto. Please don't flip dough. I'm not always right though. I'm not a financial advisor, but just the gentleman wearing a visor. Yeah, it's time to hustle. It's just so simple, I'ma solve this puzzle. And if you didn't know that you're feeling puzzled, it's TA, baby. Come on right over. Got one job, I got 1, 2, 3. I'll take 4 more just for me. I'm buying crypto, I'm dollar cost average.
Wall Street Pete, sick dough in crypto. Want to learn how to make sick dough in crypto every day? You hit this like and subscribe. Talking about going on a ride. Good morning, Josh. Lots to talk about this morning. The SEC, right, really put a damper on what everybody wanted to do. And if you like this sort of thing, we give you updates with what's happening in the crypto space. Talk upon each other, and most of all, the crypto news. All you have to do is hit that like and subscribe. One more subscriber will get us to the 1.46K all-time high. We've never been that high before. Thank you so much for the comments, the likes. Thank you so much for the shares. It's very important. So now you must come here every day. We get this news and we give it to you. And it seems like that greed has disappeared. Remember when we talked about everybody being a greedy mofo? Excuse me. And that has changed clearly. Lots to talk about this morning, though. We're not going to sit here and do that. But we do have a lot to talk about. So
using their
I want to talk about this. This is mainly one of the most important things here. Gary Gensler, and if you listen to what he says carefully, please, this is pretty interesting. I might have to put this in the description to watch the whole thing, but this is the most important part. This is the beginning. Listen to what they have to say. Please hit the bell, all notifications, hit the like button. This is a very important video. Here we go.
Sort of broader policy perspective, I think that there is a common view that your office is using all available means effectively to keep crypto out of the mainstream financial system through enforcement, accounting rules, inspections. Clearly, there's not real guidance yet on custody. And this may very well be a reasonable policy choice, if that's the choice.
Now, I'm trying to stay away from the copyright. I'm going to continue to go. But pay attention to what his response is. It blew my mind. It's actually a very bullish sign to me. Everything he says, instead of really defending, he actually just lays out the facts. And it's all FTX related.
The question is, if that's the choice, why not just say it publicly?
We're using all available tools. We're talking directly to market participants. We take the meetings. We say, this is how you comply. There's a handful of tokens that have actually registered. The intermediaries, the storefronts, if you wish, the casinos that people are investing in and investing at need to properly comply and disentangle these bundled products. The business model that they've set up is rife with conflicts. And so we've been very candid with them. I've done it in multiple speeches since I came to the agency. We'll continue to engage. We're technology neutral. But if this field has any chance of survival and success, it's time-tested rules and laws to protect the investing public. Disclosure, full, fair, and truthful disclosure. Address conflicts and disaggregate these bundled businesses, and don't have your hand in the customer's pocket using their funds.
In other words, let's stop the FTX debacles from happening again. So what did happen? What is going on? Why is the price not, coming back? And as you can see, we're getting a couple buy signals, Jasmine, here and there. People are putting their money in, but they're not strong enough signals for me. So I won't be coming on here telling you Bitcoin back to 24K. It is Sunday tomorrow, right? We know it's the Super Bowl. But 1.01 trillion market cap. Pay attention to that. We're not moving. And if you watch from 1.09, I said it would take about 1.01 to get back to if we started falling. Well, there's a lot to pay attention to, right? So we talk about it. Coinbase receives bad news. The SEC has just forced cryptocurrency exchange rival Kraken to shut down its U.S. staking services and pay $30 million. Well, I'm going to wake you up today and really pay attention to what's going on. We're going to go into here really fast before we break it all down. But Did you know this? Did you know this? So Polkadot, if you're staking Polkadot currently right now, it takes 28 days for you to have your money tell you that it's available and for you to be able to pull it out. Well, guess what? If you're staking in the U.S. right now, you may not want to be staking Polkadot. It may not be very bright. So if I were you, I would look for an asset that is very, very known for an instant in and out as staking. Because if I need to put my money back on my ledger, if I need to do what I need to do to protect myself or get it off the staking period, you're not going to wait 28 days. You may do one of these to your money. So I would not do that to the asset. I would not put myself in that situation. So that's why the title is, if you are staking currently right now and live in the U.S., you may not want to have Polkadot as one of your assets. It's nice, lovely 10%. But don't you realize a government bond is what we're talking about here? Government bonds, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we're talking about. I mean, what is a government bond? This is the issue that we're having all over. And please hit the like and subscribe. It's very important. We're talking about shit that not many people will go over. A government bond is a debt security issued by a government to support government spending and obligations, okay? Government bonds can pay periodic interest payments called coupons payments. Now understand what's going on. There's give takeaways here, but the one I pay attention to is because they're relatively low risk, which is mean it's most guaranteed to go up with your investment, and no other investment in the world does this, or in U.S. does this. Be specific. Government bonds typically pay low interest rates. Well, when I tell you 10%, 10% is not. I'll tell you right now, 10% is not a low interest rate. That's ridiculous, and they want to stop this from happening. Well, then, Pete, what would I do, Mr. Wall Street Pete? Well, I would find myself in an avalanche, which is why it'll most likely start jumping in price. If my humble opinion of trading and experience, please hit that like and subscribe. We're talking about some serious stuff. If it takes me time to unstake, it'll only take me an instant to get my money availability in here. And right now, I don't have any right now. I have none. I don't have any avalanche. I think you actually see through it. I don't have any. There it is. You can almost see through it. I don't have any avalanche right now, but I do have other things like Harmony. You can see it in there. I do have plenty of it. And Harmony is pretty good. It takes 6 days. I don't know if I want to continue to do that. So Avalanche is a winner. And, Cardano. So if you were wondering what 4.3 APY, they want to stop this, but I do know that I do have a pretty much amount here, as you can see, getting it in for the Cardano. So right now, we're trying to see what's the instance unstaking so we can do it immediately if we get bad news. Hit the like and subscribe. This is really important stuff. People don't cover this. You want the instant staking, right? Everybody had an alarm clock that looked like this. The evolution of money is changing, and the SEC and the government, well, they don't want people like us to really get involved and to really prosper, right? I was talking about on Instagram right here about how the Chinese, we're going to see them boom, and not my chart at all, but this is what we're looking at here, and they do have a nice little chart here in depth of what they're seeing, and China's reopening growth boost is happening sooner than previously expected, as they have this little chart here. I was paying attention. They're talking about the gasoline and oil, how that may help us as well, but we'll see. That may not. It may not help us. It may help them. So coming in, as we know, Kraken. Staking ban is another nail in crypto's coffin, and that's a good thing. So I want people to understand this is a pretty good article, and the reason why I brought it up, it is a good article, right? We talked about it, and we got the bad people out. They had to comply. And as long as everyone complies to what they have to do, right? And this was a big deal, you'll understand how important it really is, why they're cracking down, and why it's so important for them to really just have to pay attention. There already have been rumors about the possible ban of crypto staking prior to the announcement of the $30 million settlement with the SEC. So where everyone is waiting, and what's everyone doing? Well, everyone currently right now is waiting to find out what they were going to say. They were going to say, hey, is there going to be a 100% ban? Well, in the past 2 days, 48 hours, there has not been an update. So currently right now, if you're in the U.S., that would be something I recommend. Either stop staking, or what I would do is get something that is instant, so you can instantly move your stuff over. If you have to wait 28 days like I showed you in Polkadot, you're fucked. It's just simple as that. I don't mean to be so brief, but I do, it's very true. You want to know what's going on, 1.01. Once we see that change, hopefully we can get higher and higher as we continue to go and see some volume. Right now, 1.02 is just not enough. So we want to see almost $1 billion at least poured in here. Maybe even 10, get to that. More coming in, 1.08, 1.1 trillion, and we will have confidence back in the market. Right now, Taboo, the digital Playboy Mansion, Digital Playboy, at number 2 trending. I do like it. Fetch AI, not a surprise, right? Trending down, but not a surprise that it has been on the trending a few times. I do like that, FET. We're paying attention to what's going on right now. Currently, Bitcoin is hovering and rallying. We did get the buy signals if you were following us on Instagram, and we get them a little earlier. It takes time. I'm not sure if people get it, but it takes time. And it really does for the time to develop. So when we left you, we said that the 15 minutes signaled. And make sure you hit the heart, hit the bell, hit the all, hit the like, please, most of all. This is the best crypto channel. They don't like this. The algorithm, they don't want you to know these secrets. They don't want you to know this stuff. That's why this channel is hard to grow. Most of all, they'll shadow ban it. It's the truth. Go do your own research and check it out. None of this is financial advice, by the way, but check us out. We got the buy signal on my particular chart here. I do love this. I wish I could name it the Wall Street Peach MACD. It is amazing. It is not. But here we are right now talking about it. It's a big, big indicator. It's a win-win winner. 15 hours ago, we saw the buy signal. What is happening for Jasmy on the buy signal since we have received it? And as you can see here on the bottom, clear as day, we're into the TA part. So get excited. This is probably the most fun part of the video. We get to the technical analysis side of things, and people really like to see this. And right now, Jasmy currently getting a nice little pump to the upside. Looking at the hourly, each coin, each candle represents 1 hour. As you can see, nothing goes straight up, but we are hitting resistance at the old support level, flipping and looking very bullish. So I do like what I see here. Got a nice retracement, right, from where we sold. Now we sold where? Let's look what we did here, because we're going to learn. Well, let's see where Wall Street Peace sell at, guys. Did he sell anywhere near the top? I don't know. Did he? Let's see. Now, we're going to pay attention to see what happened, right? We talked about it. Did we be about it? That is the question. Did we be about it? And there it is right there. Proof is in the pudding. 0.0082 Jasmy. That was February 7th. We got the confirmation. That's why you follow us. We're not giving you advice, but we are going over the crypto space. We're talking about my typical strategy of how it works, and when I get the signal, it's time to sell. Oh well. And right now, we got the signal to buy 15 hours ago. And what is happening right now? Well, if you bought, like I said, on that time frame, and you followed us, well, right now, it's going to retrace. Like I said, nothing is going to go straight up. But you can clearly see we took on that position at 62. We're even going over right now. And at the point in time, we're almost up 8.5%. Almost 9% on our move. If you're trading on leverage, that's something different to talk about. You can do that. Experienced traders only, please be very careful, but that's about where we'd be, about 9% right now. And that's where we actually are, not where we would be. Buy signal here. What am I doing? I'm waiting for the 4-hourly, just like Jasmy and the Bitcoin price, to give me a better signal. Now, what could happen here is this could be the signal on the 4-hourly. So I got the signal to sell, right? Outside, we were overbought. Clearly overbought. Jasmy price, looking at it, definitely overbought. What did I do? Well, I told you it's time to sell. Well, we did, right? We backed it up. This is what we're basing it off of. I'm not just sitting here at a crystal ball or closing my eyes and guessing and throwing dice at or darts at a fucking wall and saying, okay, guys, it's time to come out. I'm going to tell you that this is what I'm doing. So this is my move. Not financial advice. Just a gentleman twice as nice. And I do see we're selling at the right time. We're doing what we can. We're making the right decision. So pay attention to the chart outside. We're not going to be outside this time. So when this 4-hourly flips, this could be a false signal. Now, I need everyone to understand how important that is. The only time you take trades on and take them serious on my signal here is when this orange line and the blue line crosses. But that's only when we take on these trades outside the extended MACD version. And we're not anywhere outside. There's only 2 times you take on the position. One down here at this line, and you got to make it. Sometimes it changes. It's only trending. That's what the MACD is built off of, trending. Sometimes things are not trending. And right now, if you pay attention, we are trending, of course. And on top of all that, this is the other extended MACD part. So you have 2 areas you're buying and selling. And as I already have it circled for you, I'm waiting to buy here. If we get a dramatic fall, then shit. We'll hopefully get the sign to sell out. I love that MACD indicator. Thanks for sharing it. Yes, let's go. I love when people give me feedback on it. If they said it sucked, I'd be like, okay, cool. Well, I like it. Like, it's just, I'm happy you like it. That's awesome stuff. I'm glad to have you on the channel, and yes, I'm a big fan of this. This is huge. Now, you're not going to have the same MACD extended version as everyone else. You have to really use your good eye with it, and I have a really good eye, and I know that this was the extended as far as we could go back in July of 22, so I know that if we do get a sign outside of that signal, which was clearly here, it's going to be a major fall. And if you didn't get a major fall, and if you didn't get a heads up from Wall Street Pete, then you weren't subscribed or you weren't watching. I don't know what else to say. So that was Jasmy. And now Bitcoin doing the same sort of thing, right? But we are on the hourly. So we flipped the hourly after the 15-minute on Bitcoin. Here's Bitcoin. And I do love this indicator. It is MACD on steroids. That's what we call it. You grabbed it at 0.061. So did I. I got it at a couple. I dollar cost average in. I do what I preach. I preach what I do. I do what I preach. Wall Street Pete, sick dough in crypto. I want to learn how to make sick dough in crypto. Nobody does this better. You know, it's not financial advice. Keep that in mind. But you do know that this stuff could work sometimes. So you got to really grasp on to what we're talking about. So as we're going through here, it's up to you. I think now's a good time. We do this usually on the weekend. We do this usually on a Monday. We have a good time. What asset would you like Wall Street Pete to break down? We're going to have to come out here. And I know I may be blocking something. We got XRD and eGold, Elron. What asset would you like Wall Street Pete to break down? Now is the time. We're having a blast. This is a good time to invest in crypto. Remember tomorrow. Tomorrow is Sunday. So if we do continue to go down with this FUD, that wouldn't surprise me. Where would this take us? Well, we could get a sell signal right about where this circle is. Probably get that sell signal. Be careful. And at the Super Bowl time of tomorrow or tomorrow night, we could be testing 21.3 or 20,700 into Sunday. I am still sticking to my guns. Ever hear of an earthquake? Well, there are effects after the earthquake. This is something I think may happen. Now, I could be wrong, and let me tell you, at this point in time, I don't have much liquidity left. I hope I'm wrong. I don't want to buy no more. I want to watch my portfolio go up. I want to see this Jasmy keep going back to the 7,500 and be excited. Looks like we're building the Flintstone car. Right? Doesn't it look like that? Look at the green circle here. It's the circle of the wheel. Here it is. And then right here's the top of the wick here of the Flintstone car. And there it is. We just need to build it and pop back up and get back into the car now. So here we are now. We're building the second wheel. Let's get up and start going here. Cup and handle formation would be beautiful to bring us back in. And people forget that, ladies and gentlemen, nothing in the crypto space I've seen ever go straight up and just keep going until it disappeared into the fucking, the moon. Crypto has assets with people buying and selling smart money. And the smart money, ladies and gentlemen, will always sell at the top peak of these trends. And the dumb money will always buy. There's nothing you could do about that. Yabba dabba do. I like that. That's good stuff. We used to always do a couple things, right? Talking about the Tigger bounce. Tiggers bounce, and that's what Tiggers do. There's a big bounce here. I was giving you the buy signal. Even on Twitter, I was doing it. What I believe is like, what I do. Oh, hey, boo-boo. How about a picnic basket? Hey, boo-boo.
Yogi, I don't think that the Ranger's going to be real happy, Yogi.
Hey, boo-boo. How about a picnic basket? Hey, you. Not too good at it, but I used to have fun fooling around. We used to do always signs, right? And Tigger bounce for real. That's something for real that just happened here. So what investors are waiting for, and I really don't have much more to say. We're going to do the H-bar here, it looks like, and XRP. These are what Josh D. and Ricky wants to talk about next. But what I believe here is we're still coming down towards there. So please pay close attention to what the history tells you. I would rather create a new higher low. A new lower high, excuse me. There would be lower, and there would be a new high. It would be a lower time, but it would be higher than the last low. You would want to pay close attention to that because then that would be a big bullish signal. Then we're going really moving, and as you see here on the hourly, look at the daily. It really can get you confused here, but if you pay attention, man, it's like, whew. I don't see the liquidity grab on this chart. It does look rough here on the daily, but as you can see here, this would be an upward W forming. It could just be the SEC and the government just influencing the market. No surprise. We've already talked on how confident we are about them dipping into the market. So there's not much we could do about it. They're human too, if you remember. But here we go, right into it. Let's get it. H-bar. H-bar has been something that has been surprising a lot of people. A lot of people are telling me that have not paid attention. You can only watch so many assets. A lot of people are telling me here, and I did say, I remember. 38.2 pullback in the golden pocket. We will reach back down to this price and get a nice pull-up if we may. Well, we did. And holy shiznick, I remember talking about this H-bar. You could probably watch the video. Probably at the beginning of this year we talked about. Wow. You probably only want to talk about Ocean, Steven, because you just found out from Altcoin Daily. Tell me if I'm wrong, Steven. Tell me if I'm wrong, Steven! If I'm wrong, it's cool. I'm allowed to be wrong, right? I'm just curious if that's why. You can be honest with me, brother, and I know you will, too. Nice to have you on the live, as I see Emerald, Sean, Josh, Ricky. How you guys doing this morning? We're paying attention. H-bar is doing something significant, right? The rest of the market is going down, and well, we have H-bar going. If anybody wants to know what H-bar is, it is Hedera hash graph. What it's considered, this is the Binance chart. And currently right now, what we are doing is defeating and blowing away major resistance / support. So if we are going to finish this on a daily, which needs to happen in 8 hours and 26 minutes, you're going to find yourself a really happy camper. But I don't believe that will happen. We'll see what happens, because right now it may happen. What is going on is 8.5 cents seems to be the number. No, sir, you are the first person I watched today, Pete. I love it. If you watch Altcoin Daily, he went over the top 10 AI crypto assets. So there you go. I may just be feeding people to the channel right there. I don't mind doing it. I was just paying attention to it in the shower. I do that. Anytime I have downtime, I'm doing something. I always, I'm always doing like, just, what do they call it? Multitasking, excuse me. I'm always multitasking. You know what I mean? It's crazy. And that's what we do. But we're paying attention to the 8.5 cents on Hedera. And what's happening with Hedera, and we can pay attention to that chart on the bottom here if you want, since I do love this. We're going to get close to a sell. And that's on the daily. So take for what you want. It takes a lot longer to get there. But this could be a false indicator, because what's happening is, if you pay attention to this chart, whoo! This is a very minute move compared to what we've been getting. So yeah, you'll get false indicators on here. I wouldn't pay attention to this one. But I would knock it down to something more simple, maybe a 4-hourly. Let's see what we got here. I'm having trouble. Open it up. There we go. There we go. Now we can get a better look. So Hedera, looking at the MACD on steroids. This is the Impulse MACD here. Here we go. Looking at what's happening, and you got to get some good feedback. A lot of history I need here to get good feedback, and that's usually what happens. And if you pay attention, right here on this trending time frame, these were the moves on the outside. And I see here we went really small before we started breaking, and that's usually what shows a big sign of long, small, boring sideways action. We're going to get to the. I guarantee you, we had a Bollinger Band that got super tight here before we blew out. You can see the pattern, the falling wedge. I'm showing it right here. Right here, this is a huge falling wedge, and I said that this was coming. Probably don't remember, right? We're not going to go back to the video to check it, but we are absolutely doing that. And what I need to see here is probably support at 8.5 cents. Don't believe it's going to blow its low to continue to go. If it does do that, you're definitely going to find 10 cents rather, or sooner or later. And that would be my dollar cost average out. So if anybody is wondering what are we going to do, well, it just so happens to be that 10 cents is a round off of an even dollar amount, and that is going to be the number that you're going to want a dollar cost average out. You don't have to go all the way out, but I would definitely sell 50% of my money. Usually don't even do that much, but this is something particular I'll be watching and I'll be paying close attention to now that some of the great followers here give us this feedback. So it's not just me on the channel that runs this. Sometimes you guys come up with some really good shit. And this morning, I'd like to say thank you very much, Josh. But look at this, man. It's a great call. It's a great ask. Yeah, that would be a great top. And what is the top? The top is almost 11 cents. So if you're really looking to take this out as high as you can, I would take the peak of it or take it to 10.5 cents. Would definitely be Hedera's top peak here. That's probably when you're going to see the sell signal. I guarantee it. And we'll come back to it if you'd like. This is what we do. But we will get that blue signal, our MACD signal, coming across our signal line, which is the orange. You will see that cross, which will then tell you it's time to sell. When we're going to do that, most likely at that price. So I would pay close attention to that. Like I said, it's not financial advice, but it is all my times in trading and paying attention to technical analysis that this is very possible. So getting rid of that indicator now, and I'm not going to get rid of it. I love it. The setup to keep it is a pain in the ass. What you have to do here, and a lot of people ask me, how do you get that coloring on that, on the Impulse MACD? How do you get all those settings? Well, I have a certain settings I literally have to take a picture and a screenshot of because it's that important. Looking at the 4-hourly now, looking at the exponential moving average, this is when the neck moves to the upside, and when I do like these right there, if you see here, this is my Bollinger Band. We're getting super tight right here, expecting a move to come to the upside or to the downside. This is what I basically talk about all the time. What's the name of that indicator? It is, and I'm not afraid because it's not like you're not going to need me once you get this indicator, even though I almost feel like you won't. Isn't that some shit? But nah, this is the best channel in the world. We're going to give you the best stuff, even if you don't need us no more. I hope you don't need me no more. That is the goal. The name of this is the Impulse MACD. I would pay close attention to it. It's a very good indicator. It's basically an indicator on steroids. You get an extended version of it, which gives you a little more room to the outside. So this way, when it makes a bigger wide range move, more volatile, which is what I'm trying to tell you, you'll then get a better accuracy signal as opposed to a false signal. And that's why we use it so much, because it has already been very profitable for me. So what we're doing here now is I'm getting a nice bounce off the 8.5 cents. So if you see what we're doing here, we're just keeping the same prices. We're just changing the chart. 8.5 cents is going to be my new support. Once I start breaking around below there, I already know I could sell out, because what's going to happen is I'm going to hit the bottom of this ribbon, and the bottom of the ribbon is going to take me to 7.8. So that's what I'm looking for. It's not guaranteed to happen. I'm just explaining to you if we finish below that. So on the daily here, we can tell you what the daily looks like. If we can finish above the 8.5 on this daily candle now, with that information and all that being said, Hedera will actually continue to climb to 10 cents for sure. But I'm confident about that. But nothing is for sure, right? Because of the way this market is and what the hell everyone's talking about. SEC banning, the SEC banning and staking, which is one of the greatest things in the world. I can't believe it. So if you're just coming to the channel now, rewind and go back to the beginning, there's a reason why. It's very important. You just missed the most important part of the video. But that's what I'm watching. So we got 8 hours and 21 minutes. So 7 o'clock Eastern time tonight, we might go live. Oh, no, we won't go live. We're going to be at the Sugar Factory. That's right. One of the greatest, craziest places to go eat. But we will be there, so I won't be able to go live. But by that time, you will get your answer. So pay attention to Hedera. We may already be hitting 10 cents at that time. Looking for it. Yeah, Lazy Bear. Yeah, yes, sir. Went over that. So let's see what's going on. Sean said Jasmine to 5 cents by the end of the quarter. Sean, please stop it. You're starting drama. I'm just kidding, dude. But if it goes to 5 cents... I can't begin to tell you what is going to happen. I'll be doing cartwheels probably on this show, be in the hospital for about a week and a half recovering. But we will do that. So here we are talking about Algorand next. That is the next one. I must have missed it. Emerald Green. I am so sorry, my brother. But we're going to do it, so I know you're still here. I don't even have to ask if you're still here. You know I definitely would have seen it and done it first if I did. Looking for Algo right now, and I'm sure we did TA on it not too long ago, so we'll pay attention to see where it is. Not the MACD. Please don't get rid of that one. But that I want to get rid of, so it doesn't pop up on Algo. So this is what we do for you. You hit the bell, all notification, become a subscriber. You can chat with us. And then also we go over your asset. And then most likely I already bought it. And I'll tell you my strategy. It's not financial advice, but we go over it and we say, hey, what do we think is going to happen? We know where there's a lot of support resistance levels. And I'll tell you right now, Algo is not that far down. There's no way. So we're going to go a little slow here and pay attention. Definitely to mention, as most of you already copied that as I said it. Algorand, ladies and gentlemen, where did we put it? Did we lose faith? Did we hate it? There we go. So Algorand, I bought at 19 cents. I did buy it. That is a fact, Jack. So 100% I did buy Algo at 19 cents. Pretty excited for that opportunity right about here. And we did sell around the 25, 26 cent level. But what happened is we did go up a little higher. My technical analysis, I got the cup and handle formation, so I wanted to sell at the top of the cup. What happened was at this point in time, Jasmine got me very excited. And if you remember this chart from a while ago, and a lot of people probably don't, I talked about this pattern forming, and I said we're going to get this inverted head, which should bring us to the upside of a bullish formation. And we're pretty behind right now, Josh, so I do apologize, Josh. I'm still at your yabba dabba. XRP is next. So we still have some miles to go. We got Ocean after that. I do have Algo in there twice for him. I did see it, so this is why we're on it. But Algorand, what I'm looking at here, like I said, I was looking for the top. The top for Algo to sell out pretty hardcore is about 30 cents. And that's where I thought we were going to continue to go there in the beginning. But if you see here, it is a beautiful cup and handle on this perfectly pattern formation right now. This is a daily chart for algo. If you're following along, you'll pay attention. The inverted head is perfectly here. And somewhere we are going to develop a right shoulder, probably at the 24 cents. And I think we already did. So yes, if you pay attention, the right shoulder is being developed right now. It doesn't have to particularly go exactly where I had it, but right shoulders develop where they need to, as long as it's a right shoulder. And then after that, you're going to find yourself breaking above the 30 cents. And once we do that, as you can see, we had a couple hard times doing that. Look here. One here, big time. Another time, big time here. And if you pay attention to the time frame, we're talking about November of 2022. So look at that. Pay attention to the old support system of that from last year and how he quickly fell, turned it into a quick resistance, fell again, developed an inverted head, which really might take us back. Now, with the SEC banning crypto, anything is on the table as far as the up and the down momentum. It's very unfortunate. I wish I wasn't talking about it so much. I must have said the SEC more times today than I have ever said in my entire life, or perhaps this week, let's say that. But if you click symbol, it puts your list in alphabetical order. You haven't touched much of that. And if I do that, I'll be pissed. I don't want that in alphabetical order. I have that in likable order. And Bitcoin's always going to be on top. Ethereum is always going to be on top. And Cardano is always going to be the next mofo coming into this world, into this beautiful space. So look for that to happen. We got the 24-cent signal already. I told you that could be your right shoulder. We'll see what happens. Continue to go with Algorand. 30 cents is the buy. 30 cents is the pass limit. It's a big resistance. Pay attention once we go past it. That would be a buy signal to 35 cents, almost 36. So there's not much I can talk about it. As you can see, the previous history on it is very important. And I do believe in 2023, Algorand will be trading most likely around the 67, 68 cents for 2023. That's a pretty big, bold statement, right, for the year. So let's see if that does happen. I hate when I do this instead of just typing, but I don't know. I wanted to do that instead. But 2023, this is what I do think can happen, and we do got to get rid of it. It's harder to get rid of, too. But 2023, I believe that's what's going to happen. So we'll get a big retracement probably from that price. Algorand. VRA, didn't talk much about it. Didn't even get to check it out. I'm sorry. We've been so busy lately. It's horrible to keep up on everything we possibly can. So anybody who was excited for the next video to be VRA, Gary or anyone else, I do apologize. But like I said, I'm expecting us to bounce around here. The volume is going up and down. Bitcoin is telling me a few things. But like I'm saying, Bitcoin right here on the 4-hourly, we are actually getting that buy signal coming very shortly. So like I said, we followed on Twitter. We said that the 15-minute, we even said it on the last video, 15-minute gave us the buy signal. We got the buy signal down here. Over here is the don't do diddly squat shit signal, okay? And I love this channel myself. I wish this channel existed for me when I was first into crypto, or when I was just watching a lot of videos every day when I was young. But I can't do it no more. It's too much. Very on top of the conflict, and all I do is start making fun of critiquing like I'm somebody special who I'm not. But, you know, there's some people really good out there. And you got to watch. You got to pay attention to see if they're accurate. And we're talking about right here, this is the I do nothing zone. So right now, Bitcoin is in the I do nothing currently as far as the 15-minute, very short time frame. But if you paid attention to the hourly, we are now in the great zone I want to be. I'm very excited for this part in time. And if we didn't have it on the MACD extended oversold zone, you know we were buying and confirmed on the hourly. But then we needed the 4-hourly to catch up. So we did the 15, we did the hourly, and now we're coming to you live, and this is each day now. So 3 days in a row, we've come to you with a confirmation of a buy signal on a chart starting from the 15 to the hour. Well, now we are not here on the third day, so this is something to pay attention to. The volume is not coming. Maybe we're going to fall a tiny bit more down here on the Mac. Once I get this blue MACD signal, and that's when I'm going to come to you live, I promise, as soon as possible, even if I come to you on the phone or on Instagram. That's why you got to follow me here as well. Get the signals. Buy at the low, sell at the high. Get an opportunity to do that. I'm not saying that you're going to get that chance every time. There is going to be opportunities. And ladies and gentlemen, if it is February 14th, maybe trading crypto is something that's going to get you a date this February 14th. And if you get it, you get it. If you don't know, well, I'm sorry, but this is what most of the bushes look like on 13th. And I'll tell you, the morning of the 14th, man, they whack those bushes like you would never believe. The lawnmower man is busy that night. So, ladies and gentlemen, Wall Street Pete's sick dough. in crypto. You want to have fun, learn about the crypto space. I will be coming to you, wallst.pete, when this signal flashes on the 4-hourly. That's a big buy signal. I'd be pretty excited. It won't be outside the MACD as far as the last couple trends. As you can see here, we have to come out here. So we could get a false signal, ladies and gentlemen. I'm expecting Bitcoin Sunday to still maybe get this big bottom M here. And as I leave you, a lot of people watch till the end and they get rewarded. This is the move I expect. Ever have an earthquake? Well, I hope you don't. But if you ever have the aftershock and the after effects, well, this is something that does pay closely attention to the aftershock. So I do believe there's an aftershock for that earthquake. We got one, and the money just doesn't stop like that. The confidence, a lot of the investors, a lot of the buyers want to get back in. A lot of people want to believe, but a lot of them right now are sitting here waiting currently for some type of news. So the SEC, do not be surprised if they actually come up and say, it was just Kraken that we were doing. Everyone else is going to be okay. But then again, don't be surprised if they do say, no, we're banning all crypto staking for the U.S. You're destroying the government bond. And they'll tell you without saying that. They'll just say no more staking crypto. And it's very important to understand. The bond takes forever to accrue interest. And if you're realizing today, think about it back in the day. If you ever had a bond, it would take how much long term for it to mature, right? And then how much are you getting on that? And it's like, I'd rather just cash the bitch for what the face value is. A lot of people like to get it over and get a little more accrued interest, but the problem is today is we're very impatient. And they know that, and that's why we get into the 10%. So pay attention to that one more time as we're ending to the video. But this was a very important part. If you missed this, I'm going over it for a second time, very on purpose. This is a big deal, and I'm talking very poor English. I apologize. But 10% Polygon Matic, Polkadot. It takes 28 days. It takes almost a month to get your money off there. If you're in the U.S. right now, as I have this titled, and you're watching this right now, and you're staking crypto, you better pay attention to what you're staking. Because I'll tell you right now, if you're not doing it instant, you're really gambling with your money. So I would pay close attention to that. I'm not going to wait 6 days. I'm going to have to unstake. I'm going to have to find the one that's instant, or I'm going to have to stop staking totally in general. And it's very important to pay attention to that. And I do believe that 21.7 either holds, or we're going to see the aftershock of the earthquake tomorrow. And at the end of tomorrow night, a lot of people are going to be looking at this channel, watching this, hopefully before, and going, damn. Glad I listened to that. So we're going to watch for that sign. I'm going to watch for this peak here. 22,000. What is it? The price is 22,700. So we're going to look and see if we can break back above that price. 22,700 is a big, big price for us to come above here. And I'm sure the daily would basically keep us accurate on there. And yes, I have it right here already. Thank you so much for being very accurate and precise, Pete. Talking to myself in the third person, I apologize. That is pretty insanity. But as you can see here, as we're going down, we're finding ourselves in that area, as we said, could be happening when we were all the way up at 23,000. And here we are. So we're looking for the signal to sell. I'm sorry if we did not get to go over XRP. Perhaps we can go over it really, really quick, but I am getting these sell signals here all the way on the daily. So we'll see if that is going to come back through, give us some positive signs. What I would go through next for that sign really, really, really quick, and I said I was leaving, I must be Italian or something, would be the Bitcoin dominance. The Bitcoin dominance is really going to tell me where I want to be. And I'll tell you right now, the days that we were here, this is where we want to be. And where is that? It's right about here. So we want to be right about here. So as soon as we start seeing the Bitcoin dominance floating around here, and you can tell we got a long way to go, ladies and gentlemen. So we really, this is one of the best channels. We cover a lot of different things. We could keep you peeled. It's like its own TV show. It's worth watching. It really is. We come up and talk about a lot of different things here. We got a 15% growth in the Bitcoin dominance needed. As you can see, we're getting that bullish flag, but we're also getting that fall from the terrible news. So right now, ladies and gentlemen, I cannot do anything until the SEC comes up with what they plan on doing. So right now, me, the Wolves of Wall Street, and all of the big whales and the rest of the investors are now waiting, sitting here like this. Unfortunately, this is what we're doing until we find out what is the ultimate plan for Bitcoin staking? We won't really know. Now, if you want to make money in the meantime, like I said, I had a big buy sign for Jasmy, and it's crazy because right now Jasmy is going up, and I'm going to be paying close attention to this because I'm going to have to take some profits if this keeps happening. Right now, live, we are breaking, and we've been doing nothing but look at the last videos. We've done nothing talking about. I can't even get off the damn live. Jasmy's doing it, and I told you I get these buy signals, and we get them maybe a day or two before because we're watching the 15-minute chart develop into the hour, then develop into the 4-hourly, and hopefully the daily. So pay attention to these signs. Jasmy is breaking currently right now. I am hoping we can take this. We're breaking past where I thought the first one would take us. So right now, currently, I'm going to watch here for a 17% gain. Remember, I put this up here, and I don't know what to do after that. We're going to have to watch this 7,500 level. If we start breaking above the 7,500 level, you bet your ass. I already got one indicator, one sign to sell out here, made some money. You bet your ass I'll be taking some big profits somewhere around here again. So keep an eye out for that for Jasmy. I don't know if that's really going to happen, but we do get the signals, and please be careful. None of it is financial advice. I do have to go. I love this all, but this is getting really nice now. We're going to have to see what goes on here. Getting to the 4-hourly. Does the 4-hourly break through this signal and give us another buy? We'll find out. Wall Street Pete, sick dough in crypto. Love y'all. Peace in and peace out, and see you till the next video. Please be very careful, my friends, trading. This is a very volatile market, and they don't want us to make money. They really don't.